can use these in it, right?
Jesus. You f***ing elkies.
Right guys, these are our drunk stories. Enjoy.
Okay, so these are my drunk stories. I have quite a lot. I've written down about 21, so I'm not a pisshead. Oh god, what are you guys making me do?
So one night I was so drunk and there was a donut and it fell on the floor and I carried on eating it with wiping up all the dirty jam off the floor, and yeah.
Okay, the first one is I was really drunk. Someone tied my laces together on both my shoes. I tried walking around this house and I couldn't. I was falling over everywhere. There was about 100 people there just laughing at me falling over. Pretty terrible. I remember coming back from a club in Southampton and it was the middle of winter, so the footpath was all frozen, and I was pretending I was frozen from The Incredibles, and I was ice skating the whole way through this park. Pretty bad embarrassing, to be honest. It was just people just looking at me. There was a face painter at the club once and I got him to paint a Hitler moustache and I got shouted at by a German girl. So I then had to go into the toilets and rub it off in front of one of the freshen up men who wasn't too happy either about it.
So yeah, one night I was drunk and I said bye to my mate, so I was running down my road, and there was a random Tesco trolley in my way, and as I ran past it I told it to fuck off.
I met some girls in the club and they were convinced I was Peter Crouch. So I basically pretended I was Peter Crouch for the night. One was I got kicked out of a bar back home in Hereford, and I had it like over an hour's conversation with the bouncer until the bar closed while I was waiting for my friends, and I don't have a clue what I was talking to him about. 99 Problems by Jay-Z. That's a song that I always go completely mental to. Once I went too far and I went over to the bar and they said, I saw you doing that dance, I'm not going to serve you. So they thought I was too drunk to be served.
Drunk again, quite bad, and there was a frozen curry ready meal and I decided to microwave it, half cooked, and someone had poured loads of vodka inside it, and I carried on eating it, not realising that it absolutely tasted horrible. And, yeah.
I once walked into McDonald's after a night out, gave them 1p's and 5p's and said, I'll have whatever you've got. Walking back from Oceana in Southampton, and turned around to get a Big Mac thrown in my face by my good friend Christopher. Hey. I've obviously lobbed a Big Mac at Joe on the way back from Oceana.
Yeah, I got crowd surfed in a club like multiple times in one night and I was loving life so much.
We went to Subway outside of Providence once, this club in Southampton, and I stood outside it, and for some reason I just started shouting Subwanker, which may not be appropriate, but yeah.
Once I got called I looked like Malfoy from Harry Potter, and I was so offended I got my scarf and just wrapped it around my head and walked around with a scarf wrapped around my head.
I once ordered Domino's, and when I went to go and collect it from the guy, this is at 4 o'clock in the morning, completely drunk, I said, is this Pizza Hut? He goes, no, it's Domino's. I was like, well, I ordered Pizza Hut. He said, no, it's definitely Domino's. So I took Domino's anyway.
Once I was chilling on the sofa and Joe decided to throw some open sachets of sweet and sour sauce in my head.
They weren't open at the time.
Okay, well,
they exploded.
They exploded as they hit me on the head. Yeah.
We'll leave that. In a club where it was £1 drinks, I was really happy one day and I just went in and bought 20 people drinks. Random people I didn't have a clue who. I gave 20 quid to my mate and just said buy everyone drinks. Come back from the toilet and everyone had drinks. I was like, thank you Chris, yeah.
Done my fair share of pole dancing as well.
I got home from a night out once, started buttering some bread, ready for my post-night out meal, and people started coming into the flat, so being drunk, I thought, I know what I do, I'll throw the buttered bread at the people. So I was lobbing buttered bread at people, and in the morning, safe to say, there's loads of buttered bread against the wall.
Passed out, and while asleep I was sick, and then decided to eat and swallow back up my sick that was in my mouth. Which, yeah, is disgusting.
The first time I threw up at uni was, I also had bread, that's a recurring theme. I was in the toilet, laying on the floor, throwing up in the toilet, and according to sources, I put the bread in the toilet and ate it. Yeah, chunder in it and whatever toilet's having it as well.
Dirty bastard.
I'm a dirty bastard.
Lost my phone, and the day after I found it from some random stranger on the other side of town, which was pretty lucky, but having hours having a mental breakdown because I lost my phone.
Pissed on someone's doorstep outside the club. I pissed outside of someone's window while I was waiting for a taxi. And obviously in the last video I mentioned that I pissed in someone's bin. That experience was quite funny. I was with Matt and Joe, and while Matt was eating the vodka curry, some other people decided to go for a wee, so they were using the toilet. So I thought, I know what I do. In the kitchen, I'll go for a piss in the bin. As you do. My two wingmen here were guarding me, make sure no one saw me had to piss in their bin, and then we left. So left a nice smell there.
Yeah, once I got back from a club, went back to my flat and there was a random Mazda trolley in our kitchen, so I decided to chill in there for quite a while. And there are my drunk stories.
That's your lot, guys.
I think that's it, really.
I've got quite a few stories here. Maybe I'm pissing. Do you know I'm pissing?
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely
Brilliant.
a pisshead.
Brilliant. I don't want to do this anymore.